Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 49. Now, I left you at the very end of the last episode at Gold 3 in the Weekend League, and I said, well, I don't know if I was going to play anymore. We've got to where I wanted to be, but there are still quite a lot of games left. So I was going to weigh it up and decide if I had time, if I wanted to continue playing. And the answer to those questions is yeah. I figured, hey, I'll go for it. I'll try and get up to the next rank, which is Gold 2, see where we're at that point, and, again, continue onwards if we can. So I logged back into FUT, and I could see that we've got the new FUT swap promo, which is looking a lot better than the last one, I have to say. You can get yourself a Pedro flashback for all of the items if you decide to save them up. You can get a 100k pack this time, and there's that Guilavogui guy, the French CDM, who looks actually awesome for just four FUT swap items. So that's probably who I'll go for, and then maybe we'll get a couple of packs or something, but it's looking pretty good. So we got the first FUT swap item for free just by logging in, and then there was an SBC for one, so we're already halfway to getting Guilavogui, so that's good, that's brilliant. And guys, if you do enjoy today's episode, do me a favor, smash a thumbs up on it. If we can hit 1,204 likes today, that would be absolutely superb. Thank you so much in advance, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. So we do get the walkout FUT swap. You can see that they differentiate from the last FUT swaps because they got a little 2 in the top of the card, meaning that you can't submit last month's FUT swaps for this month's rewards, but we were made clear of that all at the time. And it's time to go in to a big old run of FUT champs then. Operation try and move up the rewards a little bit and get yourself some better rewards for Thursday, Lasty. So that was the plan, and this was actually getting on a little bit. It was probably 9 or 10 p.m. On Monday night, and that was after I'd played Blackout for a couple of hours, just because, well, you couldn't they disabled matchmaking. I wanted to spend my whole evening grinding this, and then all of a sudden the game wouldn't work. We couldn't actually match up against opponents. They had to stop it for a little bit. So I was like, all right, well, what else am I going to do? That's literally my allotted time was for that. So it was a little bit later than I had expected. My eyes were stinging a little bit more because I've been concentrating all day anyway playing this, and it was getting late. So yeah, it wasn't ideal, but we got a lot of goals against our first opponent. I'm 4-1 up right now. This guy had a huge amount of possession against me. I'm talking, he had 60% possession, but what does that matter when I am literally scoring every shot I take? And to prove that, this guy has paused after I've scored my 6th goal. He rage quits, and you can literally see that he had 60% possession to my 40, and I had 6 shots, 6 on goal, and scored 6 goals. So that's absolutely ridiculous, clinical finishing from me right there, or whether or not his goalkeeper was just being a right mess, I don't know. Next game we go into, though, what a team. He's got Prime Rio, Prime Makalele. It looks like he's done a couple of SBCs for those icons. He's got Juan Fran, he's got Red Mahrez, Red Lacazette, full version of Hazard. I was expecting a heavy defeat in this one, because at this point we are now 15 and 2, I can't remember, but obviously that's a ridiculous rating for me, being what I class as completely average at this game. So I was just kind of playing out of my mind. I went 2-0 up, but he got a goal instantly. I pushed forward, and in the 17th minute I'm able to outpace and outfinish, or stick a classy finish in, should I say, with Mbappe. Nice timed shot into the top corner, and then what a header that is in the 70th minute. I think this guy decides after that moment that he's had enough, and decides that a rage quit is in order, because, well, there's no coming back. There's only 20 minutes left, and he is out of there. So we're now 1 win away. We're now 16 and 3. So we're 1 win away from getting up to Gold 2, which is, again, even better rewards. Well, the reason I stay at Gold 3 is because the actual tradable packs I feel like are better in Gold 3. Gold 2 is worrying because it's rare mega packs instead of rare players packs. But you do get an extra red inform, whereas I get 2 options with 3 players as the options. In Gold 3, I get 2 players but with 4 players as the options. So I get a slightly better chance of maybe packing someone good. So that's one reason why some people go up from gold 3 to gold 2. But really the jump you're trying to make is from gold 3 up to gold 1, where you can get 2 100k packs. But you need to get 20 wins in order to do that. So it was a tough ask, but we'd been doing so well that I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to carry on. I'm going to try and do this. This guy, like, fully got back into the game when I was 3-1 up through some dodgy goals. But Cristiano Ronaldo helped him get back into this game. Son then picks the ball up, plays it over to my super sub, Bastian Schweinsteiger, who scores in the 88th or the 89th minute to basically win me this game. That was like the last person I ever really would have wanted to go through on goal there. But it happened for me. I scored the very lucky goal right at the end. Got another clutch victory. And we are now 17-3 in the weekend league. Dizzy heights. I was starting to get a nosebleed from being up that high. Like, I just never experienced this before. So next game, he's got 2 red players, a solid looking like meta squad, but a beatable squad really when you look at it. You know, my team I would say is as good, maybe better on paper. So was relatively confident once again, but the difficulty is you don't want to get too confident. I actually prefer being the underdog in these games against some of those tougher opponents, and then when eventually I get the wins, it makes me feel a lot better than somehow scraping a win or actually losing against someone which I'm either better than or thought I was going to win against. So I go 2-1 down to this guy, thanks to giving away a penalty. Lala scores that. Nice red Lala. I'm very jealous of that. I would love a red Lala. But it's going to be impossible for me to ever get unless he gets another inform and we get lucky, right? But 3-1 down after 20 minutes. I'm like, oh God, this is it. This is where that streak comes to an end. But Heung-min Son whips one top bins. Lovely strike from him. Son plays it into Mbappe. Out wide to Kondogbia. Whips it back post. Son is there again. And I equalise. And there's been 6 goals in this match in the first 31 minutes. Crazy. His red Barkley then absolutely pile drives one into the top corner. Nice goal, few minutes after half time. I thought I should defend it, and I don't really think a shot like that was likely to go in, but you know, I was proved wrong. And then I score one of them, which is the first time finesse shot when I'm not even looking at goal. I imagine that, I don't know, I feel like that's one of the things which needs to get sorted out in this game. 93 minutes, see, we're in extra time. I actually go 5-4 down, but then equalise pretty much instantly afterwards with Mbappe, and it's now 5-5. This game is going the distance until that happened. I was gutted. It's just Courtois, like, literally parries it straight out to his player, and that seems to always be the case. And we do lose a very difficult match, 6-5 in extra time. You can see that my opponent looked like he had the better game and probably deserved the win, but it still hurts. It still stings when you have to go the full 120 minutes for nothing. Of course, it's going to hurt. But we're now 17-4. So, yeah, not bad. I can take a defeat like that every now and again. Going to the next game, this guy's got a really nice team. I whip it back post. Mbappe is there to head in. It took 40 minutes to score in that game. It was one of them ones where there just wasn't, you know, it was just very tough. But I held out, and around the 80th minute, he gives a penalty away to me by wiping me out with Sol Campbell, and I score the goal. And I could just tell that this guy's head had fully gone, because he then got someone sent off. He then whipped me down. He then, like, wiped me out and took me down again to give me another penalty and get another red card. And I score it with Fabinho, and literally a couple of minutes of just, like, seeing red and getting rage from that guy literally fully cost him the game. He got 2 men sent off. You know, you could see I'd switched to my 5 at the back right at the very end there, just solidify the game. It's probably when I was 1-0 up at 80 minutes that I was like, I need to try and hold this one, and that might have been what wound him up. But you got to do what you got to do, right? It was only in the very rarest of circumstances that you'll see me in that 5 at the back when I'm really trying to hold on to a game. Similarly, I will fully go all out attack with my 3 at the back, like loads and loads of attackers, if I need to get back into a game and I'm about to lose it. So, yeah, you know, it swings and roundabouts. Just literally is all dependent on what's going on in the game that you're playing at the time. But we go 1-0 down, which is not something that have been used to in this weekend league. I'm often the first person to score, but I equalise with Mbappe. A nice goal, nice sort of Berber spin and whipped in off the post. I then get an opportunity where I strike it low driven. It comes straight back out to me, and I'm very fortunate to score that one. But what are you going to do? You know, we lost that game a minute ago because the ball just deflected straight back out to my opponent. So it was nice that it happened to me as well, right? He then equalises with an AI header from Paulinho. I know that because he was in control of Ruud Gullit. He had been like manually controlling his players from corners each and every time. So it was a bit frustrating to concede that and then go behind a couple of moments later from that absolutely stunning strike from Lucas. But I get back into it. 71st minute, Roberto Firmino scores a really nice finesse shot for me, whips it right around the goalkeeper, and I am able to get back in this one. And then Goretzka plays it down to Lucas. Lucas plays it across the back post, and Mbappe's there, knocks it back to Goretzka, who is able to bang that one into the top of the net. And we win this game 4-3 at the very, very end. Oh, it must be like heartbreaking, and I have had it happen to me, I'm sure, a fair few times. But we've won a couple of games right at the very end here in this weekend league, and I feel quite fortunate for that. So we're now up to, like, what is it, 19 wins? We go into the next match. This match here would be for Gold 1. Dizzy heights. Now, this guy's got a lovely team. He's got a very, very solid stacked squad. Kante, Mbappe, a UCL 93 rated Neymar that I'm extremely jealous of. But I do whip one into the back of the net 7 minutes in with Firmino. He gave me too much space, so I took it. I then got another kind of half chance, which luckily went into the back of the net to go 2-0 up after 20 minutes. And I was just on fire. I was flying right now. Son whips it back post. Firmino's there to get himself a hat-trick after 29 minutes in this game. He has been brilliant for me over the last sort of couple of weeks. I've really found my form with him. Neymar does get a goal back, though. 57 minutes on the clock, and I'm pretty sure I just sort of try and hold this game out. But I get another opportunity with Mbappe. He stepped the wrong way with the defender, which let me get that finesse shot in. And of course, that restores our 3-goal lead. And after 65 minutes, he pauses, he quits. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, I have achieved Gold 1, which is 2 above what I was aiming to get. So I'm actually so happy with that. We are going to get 2 100k packs and 2 red informs, but with the chance of like 4 each time. Awesome. And then I come back down to earth a little bit. I get matched up against, I think, Quinton, who's used to be a pro for FootWiz. So a very, very good player. And I concede that. That's the shot that needs to be patched. The fake, or no, the finesse shot when you're not looking at goal. I do equalise on him though. Literally, I get a kickoff goal, and then he runs down the other end and gets another kickoff goal. Not sure what my defenders were doing there. It was like they were fully blocked off from Neymar, and no matter what was going to happen, he was going to score. So be it. You know, he's a better player than me, no doubt about it. Another one of those identical Neymar strikes right there worried me a little bit, and then he does another one with Ronaldo, and it just goes to show you when you come up against like a pro, damn, they're ridiculously clinical. I decided to just get out of there at half time. No need to waste his time. I wasn't going to win that match. Let's push on, because at the moment I needed to win 3 out of 6 games to get elite. Look at the team I'll come up against now. Another Ronaldo, a Bale, another Neymar. Really, really solid squads. Things just went up a notch when it got later at night. This was around midnight time, I think. And also, as I'd got 20 wins, things just seemed to go up an entire level. It was so crazy. And I equalise on the guy, but he scores with Ronaldo. Like, yeah, all right. He gets in again with Neymar, whips it top bins, and I'm just like, oh, God. Another game had been just lost, you know? So we lost 2 on the bounce now. I now need to win 3 from 4. So we go into this match right here, gutted to face another super squad, and again this guy was really good as well. Mertens whips it in, 4 minutes on the clock. Can we get back into the game though? Well, Firmino plays it to Mbappe. I do whip one into the top of the net, and I do get my equaliser 18 minutes in. 24 minutes in though, this happens. He hits the post. It comes out to Mertens, of course. He was first to react, and he gets his goal. Then Mertens scores again. I'm 3-1 down. It's looking like we're going to lose 3 in a row, and it would require us to get 3 wins from 3 matches to hit elite. Now, that was, you know, we lost that game, so of course we do have to hit 3 from 3 now. I get matched up against this. He's got both the flashback cards, which is pretty awesome, but a beatable team. I would say that's like a little bit more on my level, this sort of squad, but it's a very good team nonetheless. I actually go 1-0 up straight away from kickoff, and I was like, yeah, I can do this. Really put the pressure on myself, but I get the opportunity to maybe get elite. Well, yeah, that went down the toilet pan really quickly. I get it to 2-2. But this game just fully goes downhill. He scores with Sane to make it 3-2. My head has fallen off the floor because I've lost so many games in a row. He scores with Aubameyang, and then like I've fully lost this game, right? Because I'm 2 goals behind. He scores with Fabinho. I'm 3 goals behind. Like, the elite dream at this point in time was over. But you know what? I thought I might as well stick this game out, because if I lose it, I'm not going to play anymore. I might as well get the 400 rank points. So at this point, I know that I'd lost, but I was just sticking around to get those extra points. I mean, that one coming off the bar, he makes it 7-3. 10 goals in this game, and I literally just completely bottled elite. So I lost those 4 games in a row, starting off with that pro player there, Quinton, and it was just, yeah, I bottled it. I fully lost everything. So in the end, we actually go 20-8, but it could have been as good as 20-4 if I just stopped right there. But of course, with that many games to go, I had to try and push for elite. It just so happens that, well, we failed and we lost 4 in a row, which seemed weird. That honestly, the teams just went from like here to like way up here when we got to 20 wins, and that's that final 10 games and stuff that people always go on about. It seems super tough, and it really was for me. So yeah, you know, we get gold 1. I'm actually so happy about that. My team has been performing incredibly. I do kind of want to change the team though. I'm almost thinking like maybe we sell Mbappe and stuff at some point. Maybe bring in like Salah, or I don't know, but I'm thinking of just like changing it up. You know, we've done great with this team, and I know if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I also want a different challenge at some point in time. You know, so maybe having a fresh new squad could be the way around it. I guess it all depends what we get on in our awards this Thursday, so I guess I'll hold the team until then. But guys, do me a favor, smash a thumbs up. We just pushed our way to gold 1, baby. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.